All right, good morning. This is going to be a shorter video because I do have to jet and pick up my kiddo and go hang with her. But let's try and get a little bit of work done and we'll go from there. So last night, we're working on these menus. I can just run this. We can check out some things I had done to recap and I can collect my bearings. I know mainly we had item using. So it uses the item and we go back, right? It checks if there are any items left. If not, it goes to the top. That all looks good. Magic is not working yet. I think we were working on equipment at this point. So I'm gonna get back to that one. I'm trying to focus on the ones that we need the most. I'm not really worried about, for example, config. Because generally those kind of settings come at the end. They're things that are not going to really impact your core game too much. So anyway, so when we hit equip, we want to focus on the sub menu. I am setting sub menu, so I don't know why we open this up. Not sure why. Excuse me. I am not sure why it didn't go down to here. We do have a red error. That looks like our problem. So equipped. We never made that. Wait, what? Equipped, button focused. Maybe we did, but right, I didn't make the focus, which really should just automate at this point. But when equipped, button focused. Man. So now we'll be doing that. Just run the whole game. Equipment. Let's see, we go to these. They're working right. So now we need to do two things here primarily. Three things. Let's make our notes. Technically 4 or 5 or 10 or a million. Let's go down here. So equipment menu is going to need loading player data. Loading player equipment. Loading available items that match the equipment type and players proclivities. That's probably spelled wrong, who cares? And we also need, at the end, stat updates drawn and updated in real time as we focus on avail equip. And up top we want setting description. Which we can do here. It's a really easy fix for that. I don't want to run just this one. I want to go to the field menu. Right. We do that, it goes down there. Description's updating now. Of course, we don't have our items loaded. So let's take care of this this top middle bar first. So it's going to need to update the player. Looking for this. So the player menu card. I think we'll get that one separately. Oh, that's alright. One player. See, I can't see the rest of that. That looks right though. Ouch. Just banged my heel into my chair. So we have access to that. We do have player index. And so I have a function for setting that player. I guess we can do player menu card set player, right? It's going to be data dot party. It's going to be player index. And so do that. Let's run the field menu again. You can see it loads in that data now. So when we do that, excuse me, we need to update the equipment. So we're going to need, I already have a reference to that here. So we can do, let's get, what do I call this? Equipment buttons. Alright, equals equipment.get buttons for I in range equipment size. We want to set the item button it's going to be I dot text equals I need access to player too. We might as well get it up here. Do that. Player. It's going to be player dot equipment I dot name. So that's an item. We're going to do if we got to grab the item first. If equipment, else else we just clear it. See how these are all empty now? We can still focus on them, which is as intended. So now when we press them, we want to go down to this menu. So we're going to need a reference to that as well. We have to reload. I'll go back to submenu, minimize some of this. So we have middle. Excuse me. Excuse me, princess. Okay. That. now, just going to put that down there. We're going to make this for pressed. Don't need that cursor. Buttons, button focus. I think for that we're always going to go to the top. We also need to do so we need to set that when we focus on the equipment button. Let's make some notes. Set available equipment. Down here, we're going to check if available equipment. Else error sound. Just kind of sketching out the functionality that we need. So available equipment is going to require more behavior in the battle actor. Let's take a quick look and check out what's going on here. Get equipment and slot equip. I think that's okay to keep for the enemy. We might have an enemy that equips something and they gain a power up, so I don't need to branch that out into a player actor or something like that. But what I need is to do, we need like valid equipment types based on the character's job. Man, equipment types based on player job. But for now, we're just going to load in. Alright, so we're doing that. We're loading player data. Wow, I love crossing stuff off. We're going to do a quick temporary solution here, which is going to be the available equipment will we'll just loop through the inventory and determine what is valid. So it's going to be for I in range available equipment. That size. For now, we'll roll with that. Do var item equals let's get items. Call player items. Data.player dot get items. And we can plop that in. Player items I. Buttons. For button in buttons, we're going to remove all these, and I might make that a function in the menu. We'll call it clear. And what clear will do clear do for child and for node and get children. Node.q free. Call that. Now we want to do for item and player items.size. We do if item dot subtype. Okay, we do want access to items, so we will go back to that. Player items dot size. Var item equals player items I. Then if item dot subtype just putting that in so we have something. So we need to get the item here. It's going to be item equals player inventory dot get item by index button dot get index. That's not correct either. Let's do by name. Dot text. So we get that. If equipped item, and we do this. Now if our item subtype equals the equipped item dot subtype, then we want to make a button and just do that. Let's do add button. Man, damn. And I think it's just going to need text and icon. Now we won't send an icon. Maybe I'll make that optional. And that's going to be on menu. Text string icon index int equals -1. So we're gonna do add child, or no, var inst button equals button dot new inst dot text equals text. Damn. Underscore that because we're not using it right now. Then we need to take all of this. So that's reusable. So that way I can pull that down here as well. Oh no, I have to go shut off my phone alarm. I'll be 10 seconds. If I can find my phone. Okay. So now we can add buttons after the fact, and they're going to have all the functionality they need. So we can test this out in the main game. We're going to buy a couple items here. Actually, we're going to buy everything. I'm going to exit that. Go into our equipment. Alright, you can see it's not working. Oh, because there's no item there. So really, we need to get the type from Battle Actor, I think. Shield, head, torso, legs, feet. So I don't even have enough up here. Which kind of works out because I think that we had too much room here. Let's go ahead and add that now. Don't need top, we need player. Duplicate that and duplicate this. Shield, head, torso, legs, feet. And this whole thing needs more space. I think that's okay. Do you want it to follow focus? Follow focus just means when you're focusing through this, the bar is going to automatically move. So you generally want that enabled. I have all of this equipment now. So all I can do is loop through slots. And how do we check this in item? I feel like we were doing that in the shop GUI, weren't we? Something with slots. Player.get equipment at slot. Battle actor.slots. Item subtype. Right, so item subtype matches up with this. Except for weapon. Figure it out. We actually don't need equipped item there. We might need it later on, but we don't need it right now. So I'll just comment that out. This needs to be instead, we're going to make, let's call it slot. Pretty sure that'll work. Oh, we didn't buy any items. Let's buy a little bit of everything. Here, you're not showing up. So now I think we want to do is print item.subtype and slot. That way we can see what the heck is happening. 9 and 0, 9 and 1, 9 and 0, 9 and 1. So the slot is accurate. Our subtype. So for potion, it's telling us it's 9, which sounds about right. Right down here, it's a restorative. So let's go and buy some items, and we'll see. Oops. We'll see what is going on. I'll do that. 0, 0, 0. 6, 7, 8, 2. So that, at the very least, that should be aligning. And so we should be creating a button there where we have that 2, 2. See, we get it there. We get it. I just saw it somewhere else too. Add button. I never added it to the tree. Rookie mistake. There we go. Alright, so we have that kind of initiated. I don't think we're going to use this anymore. Replace that. Get rid of that. That way it's dynamic. And now we can do something like move. I think. I'd rather use the built-in way. I think there's a way to remove a child at the index. Maybe not. So we'll just keep that. Oh, get buttons needs to be get children. We just have to replace this one. Oh crap, I take this back. Bear with me. We can use get buttons. We just have to make this get children here. See if that didn't break everything. Looks like we're good. I don't know why we weren't seeing any of the other equipment. Alright, we're seeing these. Weapons and shield, I guess that makes sense. I don't have any shields. And the weapons, I have to figure out how to parse their IDs. This works. So now when I press on down here, we do this menu. Does it have an empty check? We'll do it up here. Save that. Do if available. If not, don't need that for now. I might have to store the item at that position. Let's just give it a whirl. Now we need available equipment. Do that. Have to get rolling pretty soon, but we want to see this. Buy some items. I do need to make the functions, for which we're going to copy this to here. Do a spell check. That's right. Pass. Pass. See if that works. Yeah, cool. And then we just have to handle going back and forth and also swapping these out. Let's see, they're in here. Yeah, I mean, it's progress for sure. We also want to clear available equipment at start. Field submenu. We want to do that right up here. That'll probably be my last thing I check. Yeah, perfect. Optimize, remove. Alright. One error, sound remove, and nothing is equipped. So we'll come back to that. I got to take the rest of the day off and just hang with my kiddo. And I'll definitely be back tomorrow or maybe this evening. Alright, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck making your game.